Construction complete. New construction options.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Command & Conquer Remastered Collection is game released in June 2020. This game contains all of the both first Command & Conquer and Red Alert contents. Not just PC release ones, but also console exclusive mission and expansions. Of course, it's provided with remastered graphic, audio, and upscaled videos. Graphic setting is simple. Resolution is 1280 by 800. Performance mouse pointer and unit smoothing are on. Actually, this game didn't have detailed graphic settings, so nothing care about that area. GPD Max is set to basic up setting provided on stock BIOS, which means power limit 1 is 12.5 watt and power limit 2 is 30 watt, because I want to testing on stock environment. Reason I test this game on GPD Max is simple. GPD Max has 8-inch screen which considered as big, so I'm curious about is able to handle RTS gameplay on it, especially Crash Command & Conquer series which has small unit size. I use Red Alert skirmish mode for this test. I play with 7 medium difficulty AIs, divided into 2 teams. Due to my mistake, all of AIs are Soviet.
Training.
Okay, it's the very early stage of gameplay.
Training.
So the old Command & Conquer, oh, there is one enemy coming to us.
Unit ready.
So I need to get ready as fast as possible.
Unit ready. Training.
I set the radar down, and this area is really boring, so I need to speed up a bit to show the much complex gameplay.
Unit ready.
Okay, now we're back to the normal speed. This purple guy keep attacking my base again and again. So I need to keep counter the units. They hunting my harvester, but well, they cannot be survived. Let's zoom this thing. Okay, it's easy to see. Crash Command & Conquer series has very small unit size. Because of this, if the device's screen size is very small, it's really hard to see units on the screen. At Command & Conquer Remastered Collection, you could zoom out and zoom in between those original releases and the Windows Gold version. Because this is really bit easy to control even on the small screen. Well, the GPD Max screen is quite big enough to handle this kind of game, but still, zoom a little bit more makes the control much easier. Okay, here is the enemies which I keep attacking me. So I need to find out how to handle those guys. You can zoom the minimap too. Because I can't attack them by these units. All of the AIs are Soviets, and Soviet's Tesla core is too powerful. If I attack with these small units, I could be lost all of my units, so it's not a good idea. Well, I send a thief to enemy space, but I don't know I can do it. Okay, oh no. Well, I lost my thief, but I see they don't have any Tesla coil at their base. Okay, it seems there is no Tesla coil, so maybe I could try to attack their base. GPD Max keyboard is not good to handle the RTS. Yes, there are big alphabet keys, but number keys are too small. So it's really hard to make a group and select other groups.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's very tricky. Okay, I get on my force at the in front of the base. Yes, it's not a good time to attack the other space. Yeah, definitely. I need to set some base defense before I start to attack others.
Yes, sir.
Well, maybe I lost this building? No, I think I could save it.
Yes, sir.
So I need to keep defense my base and prepare for the huge attack. As you can see, the frame rate is quite good.
Yes, sir.
There are people who think the 2D games didn't load too much, but it's not true.
Affirmative.
Sometimes the 2D games could put more burden than the 3D games.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Reason is simple. In case of 3D games, many of the animation were handled by just moving the 3D models. But in case of the 2D games, all of the movement must be handled by the 2D sprites. Actually, there is other method to handle the 2D games. Making a 3D bone and putting the texture on it. By this way, there is no reason to save the many sprites on the memory. But not all games could using that method. Look at this original Command and Conquer style.
Yes, sir.
All of the things must be done by the 2D sprites.
Awaiting order.
Yes, those are not a 3D model.
Yes, sir.
You need to save the every single rotation and movement of the every single unit and buildings.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
I think one of the good example is the Age of Empire 2 HD and Remastered. Both are seems like they didn't put the heavy burden to the system, but it's not. When I testing two games on the GPD 2 which have the much lower performance, I saw the remastered version is not running well on the GPD 2.
Yes, sir.
It was playable, but not great. It's because those high quality 2D images put a huge burden to the system.
Acknowledge.
Ready.
So it sounds a bit weird, but high quality 2D games actually heavier than the 3D games. Extra option. So that's why GPD 2 has struggled to running the modern indie games. Even looks like an entire game is made on 2D. Even on indie games, 2D resources they use are really bigger than before. It's hard to handle on the low spec device, so GPD 2 struggled to run the indie games released after the 2019. I saw the several cases, but I didn't put it on my channel.
Unit ready. Building.
Okay, now I'll do some attack again.
Report acknowledged.
Yes, this time I think I could do it.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Well,
Building.
look at those artists do. Okay, what are you doing, guys? Okay, I lost it, but didn't care about it.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
I don't think I could destroy their entire base. So my objective is destroying their core structure like the construction yard or refinery. That was one of the downside of the Crash Command and Conquer. When you lost the construction yard, you cannot recover that. When you lost the construction yard, it's really hard to rebuild it. Actually, in most early to mid gameplay, it's impossible to build it because construction yard is pressing on the latest position of the tech tree. You need to make a bunch of buildings to make an MCB which could transform into the construction yard. That's the most of the early Command and Conquer's flaws. Because of this, if you can get rid of the enemy's construct in very early state, the game is just ended at there. Okay, I think this attack is failed. Okay, here are some more tank sets here, so what am I do for it?
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Okay, they fly into us. I need to get rid of that Tesla tank.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
One of the funny thing is the Tesla tank become
Yes, sir.
obsolete in the latest series.
Yes, sir.
On the second Red Alert, only one force able to make the Tesla tank. In Red Alert 3, the Tesla tank itself is gone. Yeah, some weird, but I don't know.
Unit ready.
Okay, I tried to again. It seems they lost the most of their defense force, so I could. Okay, the green one is my ally, so I don't need to think about them.
Unit ready.
Get rid this Ultra. Some people think the Command and Conquer series resource gathering is really slow, but actually that should improve the speed on the Red Alert 1.
Unit
However, they change it back to the slow pace, the resource gathering on the turbulence zone. Yes, turbulence zone is very slow game. In contrast, the original red alert is much faster than you think.
Unit ready. Building.
Okay, those guys are keep attacking me, but this time I could handle this easily.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, I have enough tanks, so
Unit ready.
okay, these guys I could attack them. Red ones, well, maybe these are my allies. I don't know which one is my ally.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Okay, I think I'd rather attack the blue force.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this route fighting method is really bad. The Crash Command and Conquer series, the route finding mechanism is really worse. Yes, it's just worse. Just they try to finding the open way, but if they can't find it, they just hit every corner of the route.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Building.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Alright, ignore pinks right now. I'm keep going.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Green was my allies, and so well, I think I need to handle those pink guys. Zoomed a little bit to control much easier.
Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Can read all of them, and but
Yes, sir.
those are not my primary objective.
Acknowledged.
My target is the blue one. So
Affirmative.
okay, I don't know. I could get rid of the entire base, but if I can read the core buildings, that's the end of the game.
Yes, sir.
Oh my.
Affirmative.
So I need to get rid of the tank force as fast as possible, and
Yes, sir.
rest of them could be handled by the purifax, but I need to build one more purifax for just in case.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, I blocked their attack attempt.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Now let's try the blue one.
Affirmative.
I don't have any of the tanks at their force.
Affirmative.
Okay, can read their ore trucks first.
Affirmative.
Traditionally, with the Command and Conquer series, the
Affirmative.
resource gathering vehicle are very tough.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, they are really tough.
Affirmative.
Okay, why they don't have any of the tanks on their force?
Vehicle reporting.
Can read this ore truck.
Affirmative.
Oh, here are wait just one tank. Can read the refinery. Okay, where is the Tesla core? Can read this power plant. Okay, I don't think I could eliminate them this time. So what am I need to do? Yeah, can read the refinery. Power plant. Okay, here is the flame tower. I don't know why the Soviet flame tower is that powerful. Anyway, their yards are gone. Now I attack the factory. Okay, factory is almost gone, and next is the barracks. Now they cannot make any of the combat units. Well, except the dogs. But who wants the dogs? One of the aspects of the old Command and Conquer series was the multiplayer is mostly handled by the tank-to-tank combat. Yes, it's same on the much later games, but their first title was really heavily focusing on their tanks. The blue ones still have their barracks, but I don't need to care about it because they can't not much thing to do with that.
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
You can see the frame rate is not a 360 frames per second, but just few frame drop is really hard to notice with our eyes. Yes, I can't say it's impossible, but I think that in most cases, regionally could recognize just a 5 or 3 frame drop is return on the frame rate counter. I bet many people cannot recognize the frame rate change if it's just a 3 to 5 frame rate I think they can't notice it.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit
Waiting
ready.
orders.
Okay, my next target is
Awaiting
the
orders.
pink
Awaiting
guys.
orders. Commander. Indeed. Indeed.
Seems most of resources on the map are gone. Well, Command and Conquer resources are regenerated, but its rate is really slow. So
For King and Company.
later games could be every people
Yes, sir.
will play with a very
Affirmative.
hungry
Yes, sir.
economic state.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here are Tesla coils.
Unit ready. Building.
In this case, best idea is just get rid of their core buildings to stop their production. Of
Yes,
course, the core building means including the construction yard.
Affirmative.
Unit
Yes,
ready.
sir. Indeed.
Building.
On my way.
This kind of the construction yard is gone, so game ends issue. It happens in the many of the early Command and Conquer series. It was solved in the Command and Conquer 3 or Red Alert 3. I don't know which was the
Building.
exact point, but they put a secondary construction building to handle this issue.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, yard first, yard first.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Guys, you need to attack that.
Yes, sir.
It's gone. So
Reporting. Affirmative.
next to refinery,
Yes, sir.
Tesla tank here, but
Yes, sir.
it's entering just a trap. War factory.
Affirmative.
Wait a second, is that a war factory?
Yes, sir.
Maybe I just took off the other game's building name. Power plant.
Reporting.
Okay, Tesla coils are
Yes,
off.
sir. Yes, sir.
Power plant again. Oh,
Affirmative.
okay, now refinery.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Okay, they have a one tank,
Acknowledged.
and I lost most of them.
Yes, sir.
The one reason I lost my units very fast
Reporting. Acknowledged.
is I'm keep using the light tanks.
Awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
Yes, they are cheap and easy to increase their numbers,
Reporting.
but they can't last that long.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, I can read the two forces. Okay, here is some resource for me.
Unit
The
ready.
blue guys just, well, they can't do much because they only have the
Awaiting
barracks.
orders. Affirmative.
Yeah, well,
Building.
I need to refill those.
On hold.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Acknowledged.
here are the refine.
Awaiting orders.
Sufficient funds.
I think it's good time to end this video because I need to get a bunch of resources to handle those enemy defense line.
Yes, sir.
As you can see, the Command and Conquer Remastered Collection really runs well on GPD Max.
Affirmative.
With big screen, you can play it quite well, but honestly, I don't recommend it. It's really hard to see the small units on this screen. Yes, you can, but it's not the best condition to play this kind of game.
Acknowledged.
Anyway, this game runs good on the GPD Max.
Building.
I hope you guys enjoyed my video and see you in the next time.